You think it's just a bad habit, but what if your brain is trying to send you a message you've been ignoring all your life? It happens when you're stressed, bored, or even lost in thought. It feels automatic, like your hands have a mind of their own. But every habit has a reason. Your brain never wastes energy. Nail biting is more than a simple nervous tic. Psychologists call it a body-focused repetitive behavior. It's your brain's way of coping with stress, anxiety, or overstimulation. When life feels out of control, your body seeks something small, repetitive, and manageable. Sometimes the stress isn't obvious. It can be suppressed emotions, unprocessed frustration, or tension you barely notice. Your brain doesn't always speak in words. Sometimes it communicates through habits. And here's the surprise. Even confident, successful people do this. Nail biting isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign your brain is managing pressure you don't outwardly show. The moment you notice the urge, everything changes. Don't just stop, pause, and ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Awareness is the first step toward control and understanding. Every time you pause and replace the habit with a small action, like pressing your fingers together, you weaken the old pattern. Habits aren't broken by force. They're rewired through conscious awareness. You're not someone who has a bad habit. You're someone whose brain adapted to cope. Once you understand what it's trying to tell you, the habit loses its power. So next time your fingers move automatically, don't just stop. Pause. Listen. Your mind is always speaking, and this habit is one of its messages. But here's something most people never realize. The urge doesn't just appear randomly. It builds quietly in the background. Every time you ignore stress, avoid a thought, or push down an emotion, your brain stores it. And eventually, it looks for a release. That release doesn't have to make sense. It just has to feel immediate. That's why nail biting feels strangely satisfying for a moment, even if you regret it seconds later. The real problem isn't the habit, it's the signal behind it. Because if you only fight the behavior, but ignore what's causing it, your brain will simply find another way to cope. So instead of asking, how do I stop this? Ask a better question. What is this trying to protect me from? That question alone can change everything.